knowledge exchange, and collaboration to foster sustainable growth. The conference and now I request to graduates kindly stand for our national anthem.
जनगणमन जय भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्रविड़ उत्कल बंगा इंद्र हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा जब शुभ नामे जागे जब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य
request to gathering kindly stand for our chat. Now I would like to request Dr. Multimedia, the HOD of MBA, and convene us to the address the today gathering. Thank you.
At the outset, a very good afternoon to one and all present over here. Respected guests, esteemed guest of honor, principal, Dean R&D, Dean Academics, HODs, distinguished speakers, delegates, faculty members, research scholars, students, and my dear colleagues. It gives me immense pleasure and honor to welcome you all to this second national conference on innovation, management, entrepreneurship, startup, and intellectual property rights, organized by Department of MBA, GIET Ghangapatna. We are proud to bring together some of the finest minds in academia, industry, and policy to share ideas, spark discussions, and forge new pathways for innovation and development. This conference is not just a gathering for professionals and scholars. It is a platform for transformation. In today's rapidly evolving world, innovation is no longer an option. It is a necessity. Whether we look at the digital revolution, business transformation, or sustainable solutions, innovation sits at the core of every breakthrough. Entrepreneurship and startup have become the engines of economic growth, job creation, and social change. We are seeing young minds talking bold states, solving real-world problems, and building scalable, impactful ventures. And importantly, we innovate and create. We must protect. That is where intellectual property rights plays a crucial age. I'd like to extend my sincere gratitude to our chief guest, Dr. Supriti Mishra, Dean, Professor GIET Bhubaneswar, whose presence today adds great value to this conference. Thank you so much, ma'am. And heartfelt thanks to our guest of honor, Dr. Ajit Kumar Das, Assistant Professor, School of Economics, Birla Global University, Bhubaneswar, for joining us and sharing your valuable insight. Thank you so much, sir. I would like to thank to the management, Vice Chairman Sir E.R. Ramnaran Sagar, for encouraging to conduct such type of events. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to Principal Sir Dr. Suprajit Pradhan for his constant support and motivation to organize such kind of event in our department. A special thanks to Dean R&D, Dean Academics for his guidance and insight. I also thank to all key speakers, station chairs, paper presenters, and participants from the different areas. Your contribution made this conference meaningful and vibrant. Special thanks to the organizing committee, the student volunteers, and for their tireless efforts and support to make this event grand success. I encourage each one of you to engage, question, collaborate, and explore. Let this be forum where ideas turn into action and discussion lead to innovation. Let us together to build a future that is innovative, sustainable, and inclusive. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your insightful thoughts to our audience. Now, I request to Professor Sibabrata Mohanty sir, Dean Academy, GIET Ghangapatna, to address the audience. Sir, please.
Many afternoon to all our present over here. Respected dignitaries, Dr. Ajit Kumar Das, guest of honor, Chief Guest Dr. Supriti Mishra, respected Principal Dr. Suprajit Pradhan sir, EIT Dr. Chandra Kumar Sahu sir, the convener of this program, Dr. Malti, and my dear students, all the faculty present over here, very good afternoon to all. So I would like to thank the Department of MBA for organizing this type of conference in our institute. So we can elaborate the academic excellence of GIET Ghangapatna Bhubaneswar. Start from 2009 to be like we have replicated a lot of activities to processes like NASDAQ, CLOS, NPA. So we believe in our quality teachings. Industrial benefit to have different programs to all the students of all the batches for all the courses. So coming to this particular national conference, it will provide application in various industry nowadays. Technology has been changed. So for that reason, my dear young managers, after this year we are going to be a board manager. So for you, this particular conference will means a lot. So starting from innovation, management, entrepreneurship, startup and IPR. So these all are the words we are for the manager to understand all these particular context to grow in your life. Okay, so we will have one skill is required, that is management skill. So it is highly dedicated to all the managers of GIET Ghangapatna Bhubaneswar. So we learn from that and listen carefully whatever the speakers are going to deliver today. So thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to be a part of this national conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening our participants. Now I switch to Professor Ghangapatna, sir, Dean R&D, GIET Ghangapatna, to address the gathering. Sir, please.
Good afternoon to all. Guest of honor, Dr. Kumar Das, School of Economics, Dilawar University Commission, and esteemed guest, Dr. Sukriti Mishra, Professor and Dean, IIM Bhubaneswar, respected Principal, Dr. GIET Bhubaneswar, in academics, Professor GIET and convener of the conference, Dr. Mati Raut, and my dear colleagues, and my dear students, and dear participants. It gives me immense pleasure to extend my heartfelt greetings on behalf of GIET Bhubaneswar as we gather here for second edition of the National Conference on Innovation Management and Entrepreneurship Startup IPR 2025. Innovation and entrepreneurship are the cornerstones of sustainable economics growth and a critical role of intellectual property rights. In fostering and protecting these areas cannot be overstated. This two-day event promises to be intellectual stimulating with presentation and workshop, and that will explore the interplay between cutting-edge innovation, effective management, entrepreneurial success, and the pivotal role of IPR in protecting intellectual. A few words to address our student participants. Engage actively. That is, don't hesitate to ask questions or share your insight during sessions. And active participation emits not only your own skills but also that of others, and explore beyond your discipline. That is, attend sessions that are outside your core area. Interdisciplinary thinking is key in today's innovation guided world. And follow after the conference, reach out speaker of the participants to connect with a strong professional network is a lasting outcome of any good conference. And I express my sincere gratitude to all invited speakers and panelists for sharing their time and insights, and to all the participants for their enthusiasm and commitment to knowledge. I encourage each one of you to encourage actively, network generously, and take away ideas that inspire action and impact. I once again welcome to all the NCIMESIPR-II 2025, and I express my sincere thanks to organizing committees on every departments. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
Now, I'd like to request Professor Disruptive Principal G.I.E.T. Ghangapatna to address the gathering. Sir, please.
Good afternoon. I understand this is after the exam, all the students are here. Sorry for this type of arrangement because we have planned to organize this conference 1 month back due to the summer holiday, whatever we were able to organize. So once again, good afternoon to all. On behalf of Gandhi Institute of Action Technology, G.I.E.T. Ghangapatna, I next welcome our chief guest of the program, Dr. Sukriti Misra, Professor Dean IMI Bhubaneswar, and guest of honor, Dr. Ajit Kumar Das, School of Economics, Biju Bhubaneswar, Dean R&D, Mathematics, all the HODs, faculty members, convener of the program, co-conveners, and organizing committee, and my dear students. So as GIET, we are looking forward to grow. As you understand, we are the only institute got 4 online autography program in the year of 2025-26 in Odisha. Okay, 3 offline mode and 1 in online mode. We are the only institute in Odisha, and we also got 90 lakhs to establish ideal in our campus. We got 9th rank in diploma in 2024, and we also got 18 academic mention. We got NAC A plus in 427 and NBA accreditation in 24 and 25 days. So in this regard, we are also working hard to enhance our research activity through our internal faculty and students. This is the one step where every year we are planned to organize a national conference and internal conference in each department, through which our faculty and students, and they also invite the outside faculty students to present their papers. And in this conference, I came to know that they have already researched 50 plus papers. After that, they have already selected 25 papers for the abstract publications. And today, this paper will be published for the abstract with ISBN number. So this is the second national conference, and this is also second national conference of our institute. First one conducted by the civil department, second one going to conducted by the ME department. Like this, we have all the departments will conduct, and like all the faculty members taking the positive way, because this is a step we have to enhance our research activity in our institute. We have to understand, everybody is understanding, faculty is understanding, students are understanding in which way we are able to organize the program. And today morning only we are discussing to organize an interdisciplinary international conference with the help of IEEE and Stringer. Soon we are going to apply Stringer and IEEE conference, okay, which will be interdisciplinary for all the branches. Okay, that also will be the next step for the conference where our faculty will get a chance to publish the paper. Then in that case we have limited chance, because only the selected paper will be published in that type of conference, and only 25% of the institute paper will be published. Even though you have good quality paper, you cannot publish all the papers in that type of conference. So this is our planning in which we can able to enhance the research quality in our institute. I would like to thank everybody for organizing this event. This is a tight schedule. With that also department has organized. I would like to thank all the students. After the exams, they are here. We hope this program will be a grand success. Thank you for inviting me, and please the conference will be a grand success. Thank you.
We are privileged to have an Indian personality as guest of honor for our conference. Professor Ajit Kumar Das, Professor studied in the area of economics, currently serving at Global University, Pune. He holds a PhD in economics from Sambalpur University, Odisha. He has published number of research papers in journals of national and international reputation and has presented research papers in national and international seminars and conferences. To his credit, he has authored a book, Public Date and Northeastern State of India, Lambert Academy Publishing, Germany. He is actively participating in reviewing research papers for different journals of reputation. He has delivered lectures on issues of current interest in different parameters. His research papers and teaching area includes micro and macroeconomics, public economics, environmental and resource economics, health economics, and in the area of management science. Now, I'd like to request Professor Ajit Kumar Das sir to kindly address today's gathering. Sir, please.
Thank you, Anshul, for this various introduction. It looks very good when you are listening about yourself. But the fact is, we all are in such an ocean, I would say, that I personally feel myself as a student and I keep on feeling like this in my end. So whatever she has talked about me now, I think there are many things people have achieved, and this is something just you wanted to introduce me, that's why she has said. Now coming to my esteemed guest on the dais and off the dais, notably Dr. Matri Rao, Professor Mohanty, Professor Sabhu, Professor Subhaji Pradhan, Principal of G.I.E.T. Ghangapatna, Engineer Ram Narayan Sawat, and esteemed Professor Madam Supriti Mishra. In fact, this is a chance that to interact with her, and all other dignitaries sitting on the dais. Most importantly, the participants for this conference and my dear students. You see, to be very honest, I feel privileged when I got a chance that to interact with my own peers, like students and the people who are working in the field of academics. I am basically a student of economics, as I introduced, and when I got the invitation, I thought that what should I speak? Because I don't know how this was conceived, but the topic I would say is highly appropriate and apt at the present context. It will go beyond the need of the institutes for all of the years. What Professor Pradhan was saying, that teaching is one part, but research is another integral part, without which I think the no academic institute and even the industries nowadays they can sustain the market. So being a student of economics, I thought of speaking something that will be addressing more to the students than the other singers. I will basically try to highlight that we also had a topic here that is artificial intelligence, and the another part is innovation, and the another segment is that is collaboration. Few days back, I was also participating in one panel discussion in the context of GIET, and thereby we were discussing how the collaboration can be made between industry and academics, and how the research and teaching both can be more contemporary and can address the need of the upcoming generation. Now, relating both these sides actually, I will speak for 5-7 minutes. You see, if we talk about research or academics, if you look at the reports which are coming, whether it is from the World Economic Forum or from the University of India, and recent reports which has come from the Development and even India, they all are saying one thing, that the major role which is going to be played in this era is again the AI, artificial intelligence. And the beauty is that now, in my school days, I was thinking that it is something that is mostly connected to the scientists or the engineers. But over the time, now I am 100% sure, whether you are an engineer or you are a scientist or you are a simple layman, you have to understand how AI is going to play a role in our life. So when I am talking about life, you can connect it to your professional life as well as your personal life. Now coming to the professional life, like you and me, students, teachers, academicians, researchers, all the institution builders. Without AI, it will be very, very difficult. The reason being, look at the trend. Let me start from my own area, from the economic perspective. It has been estimated, if you talk that out of the total GDP, around 1 to 2% is going to be contributed by AI only. It means is that over the time, it is going to contribute. They have estimated for the year 2030, and the data AI, that is known as the generative AI, is around 1.5 trillion. I think we all know that the Prime Minister has been talking about achieving a 5 trillion economy. And AI itself is going to contribute of 1.5 trillion. Now, if this is the projection not made by me or by you, it is the projection which has been made by the World Economic Forum as well as the so-called private consultancy firms. According to me, the meaning is very simple. If we are not getting into AI, then we are also not getting into the growth process. One of the most important facts that I understand is India is going to shine like a hero in the coming years. And this is not just only because of the Indian characteristics or demographic dividends, or so-called or people call about the large size of the market. It is also because of the advantage that we are going to get because of the geopolitical strategic risk, or you can say about the geopolitical, the dynamics that is happening. I am not connecting to trade wars and all these things. Rather, I am connecting to the advantages side. So, what is the advantage of India? The advantage of India is, we can say either we are the first populous country or we are the second populous country. Right? So, we have a mass young population. Yes. Now, these mass populations are getting into the current trend which is being driven by AI. I don't have to explain how we are going to getting into AI and all these things. Starting from morning to till you are going to sleep, you are getting connected to AI. You will say functionally, AI is being used in every sector. Whether you talk about the healthcare sector, or you are talking about agriculture, to financial sector, to e-commerce and retail, or to manufacturing sector. So what you will be interested to know, what will be the contribution sector wise. Now, if we talk about the sector wise contribution of AI, then I think people must be agree with me, which is quite visible, that the financial technology is driving us in addition to others. Right? Now, if you talk about the business services, it is almost like 19 to 23% of the total business services is given by AI. The another sector is the private sector. Similarly, the retail and most importantly the media sector of 20 to 24%. Those students are able to connect. Please remember when in your WhatsApp or in Facebook, you see that there are so many things are coming which is being generated by AI only. The basic difference between generative AI and the agent AI, two types are there, is that when you are prompting something, it generates something that is generative AI, and agent AI is that you are having question. So the entire business which is happening nowadays is with the help of AI. Right? Whether you talk about a small vegetable vendor or a teacher who is teaching to you in class, they all are using AI. If anyone is not using AI, means today or tomorrow he has to use AI in a positive side. Because AI is also having the disruptive side, so you should think about the positive side. So AI is contributing to productivity, contributing to innovation, it is contributing to job creation, and of course it is contributing to the economic growth. Now, the blueprint for inclusive growth is also going to be driven by AI. Because these two each section of the people in your society with the help of AI. Now, why I highlighting all these things? Because we have a theme, and when we are talking about innovation, and being an academic institute, if we are going to innovate something, we have to innovate ourselves even by using AI also. Because AI will be a distinctive feature in terms of our research, in the context of our teaching, in the context of any other business you are going to do. So I am highlighting the importance of AI. The another I would like to highlight is that is the case of India. So India is in a strong position to harness the benefit of generative AI. And this is because, as I told earlier also, that India is having the demographic dividend, and this segment of the population can be connected with skill learning, or let's say not inculcating skill with them. That is when this type of conferences, a conference or seminar, this type of resource play a major role actually. So those who are contributing better to this conference, I would request them, if you have not contributed, think of this, and also you can go for the further scope of the research, that is how AI and all these things are contributing to different fields. Particularly in reference to students, the students must inculcate the use of the modern technologies, and that is why AI will be playing a major role. So even if you are studying in your classroom, at the same time, you also must see that how positively you are using the artificial intelligence, and so that people must be learning about the machine learning, Python, and all these things. If today we are not learning it, we delete all these things, we learn all these things. The reason I am telling to you. Few days back, I was also sitting in one another forum. Basically, how the students can be trained for the purpose of placement. I am only connected to the placement department. But being a faculty, we always see that our students must have the skill which will be helpful for them for the purpose of placement. We are surprised to know the companies, they were asking the first question that what the skill you have developed in the last 2 years or last 3 years. And good thing is that they are not talking about the so-called the traditional part. They are asking what new skill you have developed. So whether you are a management student or you are an engineering student, you must focus on what the new skill you are developing, and that can be done if you will be more interested for this, more than your teachers. So please look into this side of the contribution of AI, and of course the other softwares which will be very, very helpful for you to get a job. Because the hard truth of the market is, if you don't have new skill, you can't able to do the farm which is going to give employment to you, and they are not going to get salary. So my point of importance is that is, as a teacher, as a student, as a part of the academic faculty, we should look into how the new trend of GIE is contributing to our fields and how we can convert this into our professional life for us as well as for our students of the audiences. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for inviting me. I must appreciate the efforts made by the students team as well as the convener, and thank you very much for giving me a chance to interact with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words and insights. We are privileged to have an agile personality as chief guest of the day, Dr. Supriti Mishra Ma'am, Professor and Dean of IIT. Professor Mishra is an assistant academician specialized in corporate strategy, CSR, and corporate governance. Currently serving as Professor and Dean at IIT Bhubaneswar. She has extensively published in top-tier journals, indexed in FT50, Scopus, and Web of Science. She has won multiple awards, including Best Paper Award and top ranking in the Global GIET competition. A Fulbright Fellow at NYU Stern, she has delivered invited talks internationally and served visiting professors and institutions in the USA, Turkey, and other countries. Beyond academia, she holds leadership roles in corporate and educational boards, including Odisha Agro-Industry Corporation and Parks. As a consultant and a trainer, she has conducted over 25 MBBs for mid and senior level executives. Her credentials include an extensive experience in IT and non-profit consulting with organizations like UNICEF, UNDP, and Adams Institute. Now, I would like to request Dr. Smriti Ma'am to share some insightful things. Ma'am.
I'm visible. I'm visible. The back lectures. Right. So, thank you, Anjan, for that very generous introduction. And I think I have done some of those. But also, you should get my name right, which is Supriti Mishra and not Smriti Mishra. So, esteemed guests on the dais, Dr. Paul, Dr. Mahathi, Dr. Sahu, Dr. Pradhan, Dr. Sabat, and Dr. Das, dignitaries, operators, colleagues, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. So all this time, I was observing, sitting on the dais. I must start with heartfelt thanks to all the students who have come here after a strenuous exam. I know what is the basis of examination, and I'm sure many of you would have probably not slept last night. Am I right? Anyone who has slept last night? Yeah. Yes. All of you have slept last night? There was an exam? Or you didn't sleep? You didn't get a time to sleep. So, I was actually observing throughout the speeches of all of the speakers, and I will ask for one speaker. I saw that, I mean, there is no gender divide, but I saw that 90% of the girls who are sitting in the lane, they are very attentive in what speakers are saying. 90% of the boys who are sitting in the right, they are busy in their world. It could be AI, let's take it very positively, it could be AI, it could be exploring business ideas, opportunities, it could be anything, right? But they are busy. So 90% are there. And in that context, the topic which is innovation, management, entrepreneurship, startup, and idea. Now, each of these concepts are very heavy in terms of their depth, the kind of requirement, and the kind of engagement and involvement as a focus. So that way, I found the boys are very, very focused in whatever they were doing. Girls were focused on what speakers were saying. The boys were also focused on the boys. So let's take everything very positively. Now, like I told you, each of the concepts have a lot of weight and depth. And if I start talking and elaborating on each one of them, it would not be, 1 hour would not be sufficient. So what I would do is that I would basically focus on one thing, which is entrepreneurship, and of course that will lead to others, right? Then it would be startup. Then idea is a very technical subject, so I'm not doing that. I'm basically talking about entrepreneurship right now. Maybe it's not a innovation, and of course my previous speaker has spoken a great deal about AI, and most of us not know what is AI, and if you go on, at least you know what is GIET, right? All of you know GIET must have already started using it for making the project reports and everything, right? That's what actually our students are doing. So I expect the same, and this is happening, or it's a kind of improvement phenomenon now. Now, try to understand who is an entrepreneur. So that's the basic thing where we start. Who is an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur is anyone who is ready to take risks and start a venture. Right? Now, when we talk about the risk is actually a great deal because you have to not only start a venture or start up an organization or a business, but also you have to make it sustainable in the long run, right? You have to make it sustainable, you have to make it profitable, you have to make it marketable, right? So there's a lot of risk that goes into it. So, what are the key issues when you're talking about entrepreneurship? The first and foremost thing, when you start any kind of a business, what do you need? The first thing, when you have the student or the particular, uniform that you have, so that from that section, what is the first thing that you need to start any business? Anyone who can raise hand and tell me? Yeah, would like to take chance? Yes. What do you need? What do you need? What do you need to start any business setup? Location, okay? Market structure? Idea. Thank you for telling me that. So you first need an idea. Now, to actually, formalize that idea, you need, next thing is, you need capital, money, right? Investment. Okay? Now, the thing is that is also one of the challenges. Because when an entrepreneur is starting in the beginning, how many would like to, repose trust on them? How many would trust that, okay, this person is going to start a my money into it, right? How many would be willing to? So, getting access to capital is one of the great challenges that entrepreneurs always struggle with. Next thing is that when you're starting any business, there are regulations, right? So, whether you would like to make a proprietorship or whether you would like to make it a public limited company, private limited company, so there are so many different things, right? So, what are those regulatory requirements and hurdles? Often the regulatory requirements also act as hurdles because you have to comply with things when you're actually starting a business. The next thing is, of course, you have to, like you said, what is the market? What does the market need? So, the need and whether there is a market which is actually looking good into those kind of products and services that are going to offer to the market. And then this stage, there is another thing, right? So, we are talking about AI, but also something related to that is also the cyber space. We saw how, I think a couple of months back, how some of the companies websites are hacked by the, cyber experts, right? So what, there are ethical hackers, there are unethical hackers. So you have to be very, very careful about whether the kind of information that you are, displaying to your website or whatever, to which you're trying to sell your company, whether that is also security proof or not, right? Then the next thing is that once we set up the business and let's say we start getting some success out of it, are we able to, like I think you are talking about scalability, right? So are we able to scale our business? Can we expand further? Like let's say this idea has become successful now. Can we expand it further? And we are doing the expansion and we are doing it very fast or we are doing it slow. We are going for a gradual incremental growth or a certain radical growth in the business. Then the next thing is about talent acquisition, right? So like you are a very potential tool for any company to be recruited, right? So you are basically the manpower pool, right? So the organization or business where it's operating is able to attract the right kind of talent or not. So recently, if you look at the news analysis in the last 3-4 years, if you look at the placement reports related to schools and institutions, even the leading and senior schools, they are failing to give placement to 100% of 100% placement to the students. You know what? Isn't that you are trying to tell us that okay, the top 10 IIMs and other leading business schools do not have the right kind of talent to be offered to the industry or the market? It's not that. What is happening is that there is actually a mismatch between the skill set that is required by the industry and the kind of skill set that we, our business schools, are offering to the market. So basically, if you want to understand that, it's basically demand and supply. So there is a demand for a lot of manpower requirement, but the supply is also there is a lot of manpower that the suppliers here in this case, the educational institutions, the business schools, the university and all that. So here supply the manpower, but the kind of talent set that is required by businesses or companies or the industry, they are not able to match to that. And I think that's now talking about how there is a transition happening in terms of the requirements in the organizational setup here. A lot of shift is happening towards AI, right? So many of the jobs, like the desk jobs, particularly the HR kind of jobs, that are getting outsourced to the robots or the chatbots, all of those agents of artificial intelligence. Then there's also another very important thing, though it is not always technology, but still something known as digital customer behavior in your MBA classes. So how the shift in the consumer behavior and demand is happening? That's very important to understand and analyze. Try to design the strategy around that. And there is another big thing that is happening is the economic instability. Now we saw how Trump is actually now trying to influence the world market, the demand in a very great way, right? There are tariff wars. Trump is threatening every other country that is going to impose large tariffs like 50%, 70%. It went up to the extent of 39% for countries like China, which are actually trying to wage a trade war with US, right? So the economic instability. And also we saw how during the Russia and Ukraine war, right, and also currently there's Indo-Pakistan war, how the demand for the commodities, for certain commodities, the supply of commodities went down, and the demand for those commodities actually, the kind of pricing that was happening was going to improve, right? So how do they overcome these challenges? So there are these challenges, but you should also understand how to overcome these challenges, right? So one is that maybe you build a very, very resilient business model. A resilient business model is an agile model where you are able to dynamically adjust your business and the kind of strategies that you are undertaking as per the changes in the market and the changes in the global market scenario, and of course the changes as per the kind of geopolitical changes that is happening. Then how do you also you encourage more and more people to get into entrepreneurship, because you know that when with the current focus towards AI and all, it's a aspiration that many of us will do jobs to chatbots, right, or to the robots, right? Even now they are talking about it. Myself, they are also at stake. They are saying that chatbots can take classes, so there is no need of practice to come and take class for free, right? So in fact, one of the couple of universities, they have already started implementing this on a kind of case basis where they have required robot to take the class, right? So in that case, what we probably need is to upskill ourselves, right? So we have to upskill as per the requirement of the market, and also there has to be a lot of mentors who can actually mentor the newbies who are willing to take up this plunge into entrepreneurship. Because now that you know that the jobs are not coming easy, so probably you have to make jobs for others and seek for a job. That's be a job seeker, you can be job creators, right? And in that case, when you actually take the plunge into entrepreneurship, you must have mentors who will be willing to guide us. Then you can also be very, very agile in terms of adapting to the digital changes or the digital transformation that is happening all around the world, right? So you need to also get yourself into the technology related changes and how to adapt it. I will see you one example. All of you must heard of this company called IBM, right? IBM is one of the market leaders, and they were the ones who first started commercially selling PCs, the personal computers, long time back, right? Now, then the competition was shifting, and I'm talking about the 1950s and 60s. This every time the environmental challenges that is coming from the market are kind of fast. So when the focus business and the latter business to a Chinese company, you know, right? So even the market leaders also cannot say that we will continue to be the market leaders if they do not change themselves when the environmental changes are happening, when changes are happening in the external environment. So for that, what you need to do is that to identify trends and emerging opportunities. So let me talk about some of those trends and emerging opportunities. How much time does it take? Right. So one is, of course, there is these days everyone is talking about green technology, green production process, green raw materials, sustainability, environmental sustainability is something which is also driving it, together with this, the revolutionary changes that is happening in technology, right? So people are talking about how to make the production system sustainable, right? So that means how you will emit this of polluting gases, poisonous gases, make the budgets of the organizations more responsible. So and how to design sustainable supply chains, right? So transitioning technology to not only innovation or AI enabled technology, but also to responsible technology to GIET, right? Then there is another thing which is very interestingly happening is about now one is just not separated by the borders who are basically trying to connect the borders to us. So how do you break those borders and design products and services which can be actually adopted by all across the globe? I will give you one example. You must have heard about this Airbnb, right? Have you heard of Airbnb discovery? Just like our book, so that's also Airbnb, which is a kind of aggregator which gives you residential facilities wherever you go in the world, right? So Airbnb, when it started, they actually just started in US and but now even in India also, you will see Airbnb, right? So Uber for that matter, right? Uber is also, they started in the developed countries, US and Europe, but they also transitioned across to countries like India, and many of you would have already used Uber and Ola because is our Indian model. So many of them are, connected. Then there is this digital transformation of the whole business. So people are talking about how to, how to boost, like you have now. Previously you had e-commerce. Now you have a quick commerce, right? You must have started already using some of the e-commerce apps like the Blinkit, so there is this, a lot of those apps, and that's actually catching the imagination of the young generation, right? So like my daughter says that, she uses some of these apps, and she says that they Blinkit, they actually tell you that within 10 minutes they will deliver your groceries and all those things at those days, right? So it's a quick commerce, and the transformation is all happening very quickly. Then let's talk about this gig economy, right? You know what this gig economy? There, people are no more talking about this regular jobs, TF facilities, and all that. Okay, there is this gig, community which is there. So whenever there is a gig, the company would actually rope in those professionals and they will put them into job, okay? And once the job is done, they're just out. So they are not into roles, they're not in any permanent job, they're not in any employment, in the organization. Even now they're all talking about this mobile workstations. Like you have already heard of stations which many operating executives were using very generously during the COVID period. So that is actually an argument, okay? So you were stationed in your daily office previously. Now you can operate from Goa, from anywhere and refine it. Even if you will take 50% or 70% of cost of the expenses that we there. So the gig economy, and there is also this discussion about the circular economy, right? The circular economy is an extension of the sustainability models that we are talking about in business. So how to minimize the waste that is being generated out of the business processes, industrial processes, and how to contain those waste within the production process and turn each of the waste into inputs into another production system. So you are basically not releasing much waste into the input system, right? So that is the software economy. I was talking about extension of the product life cycle where, like previously, the management wanted to talk about the use and throw model, right? So you just use a paint throw it. But if you compare that with the previous way in which we are writing in our childhood, we just carry a pen and an ink bottle. So this pen would actually run for sometimes the whole life of a generation, right? But then came the use and throw model. So there is plastic, there's ball pens which we use and we threw it. But when we threw it, we actually, created a lot of waste and the solid waste and waste that actually worsened the environmental scenario, right? Adding to the global, the warming and the climate challenges and all of that, right? So we are all struggling through it. So we can actually, this day we are talking about this circular economy. So I'll just give you, two more examples. I just use the example here. Again, two more examples. Right? How to make your models futuristic. So one, of course, is Tesla. You must be knowing or already knowing about Tesla. Actually, behind it, Elon Musk, right? He's always in the discussion area because he is the advisor to Donald Trump, who is trying to destabilize, try to put challenges to the whole world in terms of this tariff economics, right? So Tesla, to bring in the car, the e-vehicle or the electric cars that we are, that they are now selling in the market, it took about 20 years. So they basically invested and implemented for 20 years to bring in the kind of model that is marketable and is commercially viable, right? So our organizations or entrepreneurs, we need to take this kind of a gestation period to come up with innovative products. Next, I talk about innovating. Then we saw Zoom. How Zoom rapidly evolved during the pandemic time, right? Nobody had heard of Zoom earlier that much. But then the pandemic, the corona virus that impacted the whole global economy, Zoom came up with the models, which actually was meant to bring institution for more. So most of the people, they really loved the way they could, carry out their business, carry out the classes, even the schools also started taking classes in Zoom, the educational institutions, universities are everywhere, right? So Zoom actually scaled its business towards, by 10x during this pandemic, right? So do you have this kind of breakthrough models, innovative models, which can actually, alter the business and redefine the industry and the market, right? So this I end my deliberation, and thank you very much for the attention and patiently hearing my talk. Thank you all. Also, thank you to the organizers for participating.
Thank you for sharing much more insightful to our participants. Now I would like to request the esteemed dignitaries over the dais to unveil the comprehensive operation.
esteemed guests, the respected deans of the institute, HODs, colleagues, and my dear students. As we conclude this prestigious second national conference of innovation, management, entrepreneurship, sustainability, and intellectual property rights, I take this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude to all those who contributed to the success of this event. First and foremost, my deepest thanks go to the Honorable Vice President, Sir, Engineer Ram Sabha, Sir. Your unwavering support and visionary leadership have inspired us to organize this remarkable event. Your guidance continues to propel us towards greater achievements. I extend my sincere appreciation to our respected Principal Sir, Professor Dr. Disruptive, Sir. Sir, your constant encouragement and true leadership have played a pivotal role in making this conference possible. Your commitment to foster academic excellence has been the foundation of our success. A special thanks to those who are distinguished and eminent chief guests of the day, Professor Dr. Supriti Mishra Ma'am, Professor and Dean NCIMESIPR-II, for taking his valuable time to be with us today. Ma'am, your valuable insights and expertise have enriched our discussion and left us with much more to reflect on. My heartfelt gratitude to the guest of honor, Professor Dr. Ajit Kumar Das, from School of Economics, Ghangapatna University, Bhubaneswar. Sir, your time present and thought-provoking address added immense value to this event. I'd like to extend my sincere thanks to our keynote speaker, who will be joining very shortly, Dr. Demas Mohanty from University, Raipur, and Dr. G.I.E.T. from University, Raipur, who will be sharing their profound knowledge and guidance, which will serve as background for all of us. We are truly honored to have the opportunity to learn from you today. Both the speakers will be joining very shortly. I would also like to acknowledge our Dean Dean Academics, whose guidance and continuous support ensured the success of this event. Finally, my heartfelt thanks to the entire GIET family, my dedicated team, the organizing committee, and my dear students. Your hard work and dedication made this conference a reality. Without your commitment and enthusiasm, none of this would be possible. We are delighted to welcome such an incredible gathering of speakers, panelists, participants, and delegates. Thank you for contributing to the success of this conference. We hope you all will leave with valuable insight and renewed inspiration for the future. Thank you all. Have a great day. Thank you very much.
Welcome to the remarkable Gandhi Institute of Excellent Technocrats Ghangapatna, Bhubaneswar, a NAAC A+ institution committed to nurturing young minds and promoting their complete development. Let us explore the dynamic infrastructure, cutting-edge academics, and active extracurricular activities that distinguish this institute as truly remarkable. Our infrastructure is a beautiful combination of modern buildings and calm settings. Our cutting-edge facilities create a stimulating learning atmosphere, while our expansive libraries serve as knowledge hubs, filled with resources that create intellectual curiosity. Our sports complexes are intended to promote both physical fitness and team spirit. Furthermore, our well-equipped laboratories provide hands-on experiences that foster scientific thinking and innovation. What we offer at GIET, we believe in offering a diverse range of courses to ignite passion and propel students towards success. We offer B.Tech in Computer Science Engineering, Computer Science Engineering AI, Mechanical Engineering, Electrical Engineering, Electronics Engineering, Electronics and Communications Engineering and Civil Engineering. We offer Diploma in Mechanical Engineering, Electrical Engineering and Civil Engineering, as well as MCA and MBA in Finance, Marketing, HR and System Management for making students ready to conquer the professional world. Academics. For us, academic excellence is not just a goal but a way of life. Our dedicated faculty is committed to transmitting knowledge that goes beyond textbooks and exams, promote critical thinking, creativity, and problem-solving abilities. Through creative teaching methods, We inspire a passion for knowledge and value-based life lessons. Holistic development. We firmly believe that education goes beyond the classroom. Our diverse activities foster holistic development of students. From drama and music to sports and community service, we provide several opportunities for students to pursue their interests, develop leadership skills, and make great memories. We also conduct yoga sessions for their physical and mental well-being. Training and placement facilities. Our institute is a leading institution dedicated to provide comprehensive training, secure placements and value-added courses to help individuals achieve their career aspirations. We have top-notch training facilities, highly qualified trainers, experienced and industry experts to provide hands-on training to students. We conduct soft skills training to equip students with the required nuances to face the challenges both in personal life and professional fields. Our recruiters. Alumni. Our alumni network is a testament to our commitment to excellence. They are thriving in the respective fields, and our support continues even after graduation. We strive hard to turn their dreams into reality. Startup activities. Startups are the primary drivers of economic growth and job creation. Our college has nurtured numerous startup enterprises, demonstrating our commitment to encouraging innovation. Innovative ventures. Innovation is the backbone of progress, and through our institution, we have seen extraordinary projects that push the frontiers of what is possible. Technological achievements demonstrate our institution's dedication to research excellence and engineering breakthroughs. We successfully organized Smart India Hackathon for making our students acquainted with technological advancements. These accomplishments illustrate our institution's commitment to pushing boundaries and being on the cutting edge of technical developments. We are proud of our brilliant minds for contributing to these incredible discoveries. We recognize our institution's tremendous startup activity, new initiatives, and technological achievements. The entrepreneurial spirit, paired with our institution's unfailing support, has propelled these inventors to great success. As you can see, GIET, Ghangapatna, is more than just an institution, it's a place of limitless possibilities where students start on a transformative learning adventure. Join us and open the doors to a brighter future. For additional information, please visit our website or contact our specialized team.